Get Macy's lowest prices of the season on specials for cooler weather, like cute boots and booties starting at $27.99. And warm new coats for all, 50 to 60% off. And get cafe-style coffee at your fingertips with select Nespresso bundles for only $124.99, now at Macy's. Plus, get your Macy's order faster when you pick up curbside or in store. Or try same-day delivery powered by DoorDash. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
You can tell when your car battery's dying. But with your water heater, you'll never know until it starts leaking. Before you buy another tank, consider a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to heat or leak. Lower energy bills and endless hot water for spa-like comfort. All backed by Navien's strong warranty. If your water heater is over 8 years old, it's time to check out Navien at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on Navien.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Now, we don't know when this happened, this story, because I think in this day and age of social distancing, I just can't imagine this happening now, but I don't know. I can't imagine people acting like idiots on spring break either while this is all going on. So,
right.
A law professor in Australia was recently in the middle of a class when she caught a student, well, let's just say, when you order a handyman.
Oh, okay.
Fix your house, yeah. Looks like the student ordered a handyman. And
right there in class?
Right there in class. There was a student who had a handyman help him out.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a level of cojones that I would never think of doing.
Yeah, the entire lecture was recorded, so there's audio of this entire proceeding.
Let's go a bit more into Oh my God. Give me a minute, guys. I just want to bleach my eyes and my brain. I love you all, but give me 1 sec. We're gonna have to have a talk now. Jesus. If you'd like to spend time with your partner, I'm sure that there's an empty cinema around here still trying to make the movie Cats work. It's empty. Go for your life. And this is the second time I'm saying this in my career. No below the belt touching in my lecture theatre, please.
This is the second time?
Second time she's had to say that.
Is it her? That's not her fault, obviously, but is there something about her in her class that gets people to feel a little adventurous?
Wow. Well, people like to do stuff in public, and so those big lecture theaters. God, how about that? It's like, this is what you got to do. I thought she was she had a go line about go to a theater showing Cats. There'll be plenty of room there.
Yeah, she seems very witty.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just want they had to have been like in a relationship of some sort, right? Like I'd imagine that they've already broke the ice a couple of times.
College students, I mean, how it is. Young people just, love the thrill of stuff.
Yeah, but I would feel awkward even asking someone I didn't know for a stick of gum, let alone.
Oh, yeah.
I got something under the desk for you.
Any chance at all I could get a handyman at all? Come over.
Wow.
I know, Steve. It's a whole different it's a whole different world. I would never even think that could happen.
Yeah, and then imagine being the teacher, like, again.
This
happened already.
Second time I've had to do this. That's hysterical. She says it's my second time.
You brought up the spring breaker. Someone texted in wondering your opinion on it. I don't know if you heard the audio, though.
Yeah, so, well, my opinion, I think you guys are going to understand.
You're all for them.
Yeah, I'm all for them.
You got to fight for your right to party.
That's right. So, young people on spring break in Miami, of course, they don't want spring break canceled because of all this. Oh no! And so they were being interviewed. Of course, you're interviewing a bunch of drunken idiots. And here's what they're trying to explain: why they're not staying home during this whole coronavirus thing, where we're all pretty much told no social. You got a social distance. You should really stay home. Here's their explanation why they're out on spring break acting like idiots.
If I get corona, I get corona. At the end of the day, I'm not going to let it stop me from partying. You know, I've been waiting. We've been waiting for Miami spring break for a while. About 2 months we've had this trip planned. 2-3 months. So we're just out here having a good time. Whatever happens, happens. With the bars being closed, you know, we'll find alternatives. Unfortunately, it does suck.
Like, it's really messing up with my spring break. Welcome to Miami! Welcome to Miami!
This virus ain't that serious. It's serious. It's more serious things out there like hunger and poverty, and we need to address that.
Word.
Wow.
He's woke.
He's woke as woke AF. Wow. Just, again, how dumb are you?
Again, that sounds like how a lot of people were a month ago when this started coming out. And you're like, okay, you know, I think a lot of us can accept that maybe a month ago we were a little bit more ignorant than what we are now. But if you just spend like 2 minutes doing a little research and just reading up about what's going on and why it's not maybe necessarily affecting you, but how it can affect other people. And the fact that you just don't care because, well, you know what, I'm out there to party, man. It's sad. Like, look, don't get me wrong. Like, we have a plan on a vacation coming up in the near future, and very excited about it. But if things are still crazy, of course you got to cancel it.
Yeah,
and it's an unfortunate thing. But you know, like you're in your 20s, you're going to be able to party again. It's not like as if like this is the last time you're ever going to be able to enjoy spring break, you idiot.
Well, I told you anecdotally, there was somebody that just, you know, I responded on Facebook, and this person's all mad because they can't have a house party, and they don't understand it. They go, everybody's mad at me because I want to have a house party. It's like, well, because you're supposed to stay in your house with just you. You don't have people coming over.
Like for once, I mean, it's funny you see like people joking about it on social media, but they're right. For once, we're being asked to be lazy idiots that sit on our couch and watch television, and we're still doing that wrong. Just do that. Just stay home.
The selfish nature of people. And look, I don't know, Steve, if you were in your 20s, I would like to think that I would cooperate, but I don't know. Is it something about youth? It's not every youth, obviously, but gosh, there is something about just stupid people who just go, I can live forever. If I get it, I get it. You know, there's just this invincibility and vulnerability that they think they got.
I think at some point, sure, I think I probably would have been that idiot. But at this point, what we know now, even in my 20s, I would still be like, yeah, I've got grandparents. I've got parents.
I would hope that's the case, yeah.
When you finally are starting to make that connection of, oh, it's not really impacting me. It has impacted some younger people, of course. But it's more about the people that are our older generation and how it could really hurt them. I think even being a dumb stoner in college, I would know maybe I just need to hole up, get some hallucinogenics, and not leave and watch Wizard of Oz on repeat.
Yeah, and they're now saying some of the studies.
Not to say that's the way we should do it.
Oh, no, you sure?
I still watch Wizard of Oz, but
it would be Wizard of Oz.
Or
the Wizard of Oz, yeah. But
when you Wizard of the Oz, it becomes Wizard of the Oz.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh, and you listen to it backwards. Okay,
sorry, dude.
Yeah,
again, brain to the mouth.
It's Wizard of the Oz.
Distancing my brain from my mouth.
You sound like you're getting all with some cred there. It's got the Wizard of the Oz.
What I mean?
Yeah, hey. You want to listen to that Wizard of the Oz with me, buddy?
I just saw they put up a big thing saying tax time, the deadline for tax filing has been moved to July 15th.
Oh, really?
Which actually makes me happy because I haven't done my taxes yet. And I was just like, I'll do them, but I really don't want to be around anyone that I don't know. And like, honestly, if it's not my wife, I mean, I know we all work together, and I hope that you guys are being just as cautious as I am. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go into a room where a bunch of people have been at this point.
Well, that's the thing. And that's why to be around a bunch of spring breakers who are drunk and don't know if they do or haven't. And then
he touches his face too, that dumb drunk kid.
Yeah, it's just, and they're all having sex, or a lot of them are having sex. And I mean, one of my female friends, she went on Twitter and she was like, I can't believe there's a lot of guys trying to hit up my friend right now for sex. And she's like, I can't believe people are trying to get laid right now. And I'm like, you don't understand. That's just, young men are stupid when it comes, they'll do anything to get sex. It just goes to show you that brain, that whatever the hell's in our brain that we've got. It's just as an example that, you know what? Young men are dumb. That guy is just an idiot. Now, I don't know what the young woman's problem is, that the women that are in spring break.
They're all dumb and drunk, BJ.
Yeah, but young men are just stupid.
Well, and the sad thing is, it's not even just happening like far away. Like, this was a picture of Alki.
I heard Alki was popping
because the sun's out and there's just people everywhere, and it's just like, come on, guys.
Sun's out, fun's
I know.
out.
Yeah,
so is Rona.
King 5 covered that, and they tried to make it look, it looks like they're all doing social distancing, and I'm going, I'm watching that video, King, for they're not.
Someone says we're a bunch of hypocrites. We're out and about at work and possibly spreading the virus. Don't judge when you're doing the same thing. No, we're not spreading it through the radio airwaves. You can wipe down your radio and you're fine.
Yeah. And look, there's a lot of people that have to go do their jobs, and we're one of them. We have to do their job because the Federal Communications Commission licensed this station in case of anything that's emergency or any information we can pass on. This is a government regulated thing. I know we have a goofball time on the radio, but we are actually, the government.
Wrong H word, buddy. We're not hypocrites. We're heroes.
We're heroes, pal.
Get it right.
Because at any given moment, if information comes along, and we do a bad job of it, but it's our job to pass along whatever, as well as tell you don't be a moron and social distance. And I can't speak for Steve, but my thing is this: I do this show and then I go home and I don't leave the house until I have to come back here and do it tomorrow. I've already taken some days off because I wasn't sure if I had allergies. We have been very, very safe about this. And that's what we're asking people to do. I would love to not have to go to work, but we don't have the ability for all of us to broadcast from our homes. It's just not possible. So we have sterilized the hell out of this place. We had hazmat guys come into the radio station.
That was cool because it looked like Breaking Bad in our studios when they came in and cleaned it.
Yeah. And none of us have symptoms on this show. I live with two of the people pretty much that are on the show, and everybody's cool. And when nobody is cool, we immediately don't come in, which is why we haven't been on the radio a couple times this week. And, a couple weeks ago I wasn't on. We don't take any chances.
Do you find yourself, if you're in a situation where someone's near you that you don't know, you just start stepping back away, like, hey, man. Let's socially distance ourselves from each other.
I got to do that with Sarah because she's a very touchy-feely person. It's like, you can't hug your father. Get away here. Get out of here.
Well, I mean, you guys are in the same house.
Still, why take the chance?
Again, are you okay? Fine.
You know what I mean?
But she's touching a doorknob that you're going to touch. She's touching the microwave that you're going to touch.
She's not allowed upstairs.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what it is. Yeah.
Don't you guys go in a car together?
And she's got a Purell. Yeah, but you know what? I keep her in the trunk.
Okay. No. I'm glad that this is good to know.
Yeah. You know what? It's more of just a practice thing. You're right, Steve. If you're living with somebody, chances, and you're both practicing and social distancing from everybody else but yourselves, you should be fine. But I'm just teaching her, let's just not get in the habit right now. That's all. I mean, I want to train my brain not to hug, and because you see people, they want a handshake, they forget, it's just, and so I'm just training my brain.
And I know people want to do the whole elbow thing. I don't want to do the elbow thing because what are we encouraging people to do when they have to sneeze or cough?
Exactly.
To do it into their elbow. So why am I going to touch the ground zero on your body?
I do the Spocky, the live long and prosper. It's a great expression. It means hey, have a great time, and I don't got to touch you.
Let's do the peace, and if I don't like you, I flip it, and I'm calling you a wanker.
Oh, wait, you mean if that means you're a wanker? Oh, like that. What you got to do?
No, you don't have to do it's shaking it, like it's Yahtzee.
So this means peace, and then that turns around.
Yeah, it's like the middle finger in the UK, right?
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So when you see them do this, that means F you.
Up yours.
Yeah. I didn't know that. Yeah. Why did we make that the peace sign when
we flipped it, man? Yeah.
Oh, we flipped it.
So what if we flip the middle finger? That could be the new greeting post-Rona.
Yeah, you give it a try. You'll be the first to try it. You try it with a lot of people, see how it goes. Yeah. All right, look at him.
You got to make that noise too.
Yeah, you got to do the whack. Yeah, there you go.
That's how
a greeting. It's my greeting to you.
I just hope nobody's behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
I didn't think about that.
Well, I mean, Rick and Morty changed it. It now means peace among worlds.
Middle fingers?
Yeah.
Okay. You need two of them to do it?
Well, they did too.
Okay.
So
peace amongst worlds.
See, Rick and Morty have made it okay.
So we're figuring this out.
Yeah. Well, we are. Yeah. So. And by the way, if anybody could get a message that I can still get paid and stay home, I would be glad to. I'll volunteer right now. If the company still wants to pay me and have me stay home, I'm 100% behind that. Otherwise, I guess I got to come do my job.
Sadly.
All right. Christmas movies. Yeah, Christmas movies are being shown right now. Yes, in March. Why? I'll tell you why at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I need a change. You've been cold to me too many times. You're wasting money. You're a leaker. So I'm replacing you with a new Navien tankless water heater. No more cold shoulders, no more leaks. Just spa-like comfort and Navien peace of mind. And I want you out today.
When you're ready for a change, ask your plumber about Navien or visit tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on Navien.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. The Hallmark Channel is running a Christmas movie marathon this weekend. By the way, this is not a repeat show. This is
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, this is. We are in the middle of March. Of course, if you listen to this later on, maybe it will be a repeat. But right now, we're live. That's right. Today is the 20th of March. We are live, and the Hallmark Channel is running a Christmas movie marathon this weekend.
Oh, boy.
As the country hunkers down to self-isolate amid the coronavirus outbreak. It starts at 9 a.m.
Oh, I better text my wife. That way she could start watching it.
And it ends 27 movies later, 3 p.m. on Sunday. So
now we know what to do this weekend.
Yeah. So why? The question is why?
Because the holidays bring out the best in people's spirits. So I think that's probably why.
And the Hallmark Channel, I think, is actually following suit. I don't think this was their idea. I think they've noticed a trend that's happening, which I was seeing on the news last night. People are putting up Christmas decorations.
I saw that as well.
Yeah.
So my neighbor, all I have to do is plug it back in because they're still up.
Well, see, somebody knew.
They knew before we even knew about the coronavirus.
And it is interesting, but people are saying that it's actually putting a smile on their face because Christmas, brings out the joy of the season, and people need something because there's obviously enough doom and gloom going around, and it's too bad because if people would just go, look, stay in your house, be cool. We're going to get over this if you just stay in the house and be cool. It is not the end of the world if you stay in your house and be cool.
Right. The sooner we all do this, the sooner this shall pass.
And they've seen that. We've seen that. South Korea's had a great way of handling it. Italy, not so great.
Yep.
And so that's what people are going, let's be more like South Korea and just figure this out.
I know I saw some states are like almost in New York, and there was in New Rochelle where a lot of people were hit. That's like one of the main places where people were hit with this coronavirus, and they're doing like the whole drive up. You drive up and there's a woman, like a nurse in like a hazmat suit that will check you for symptoms. And then if you seem to have any of the symptoms, they'll do the swab stuff and then find out your results. Like they're trying to be a little bit more aggressive with how they're trying to, screen what's going on, because obviously people in that area are freaking out because it's such a small area and there's so many people that have been affected by it.
Yeah, New Rochelle got hit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the legendary, for us people old enough to remember, the legendary home of Rob Petrie, as a matter of fact, and Mary Tyler Moore.
Of course.
Yeah, the Dick Van Dyke Show way back in the day. Yeah, they lived in New Rochelle. How about I remember that they lived in New Rochelle back when Dick Van Dyke was a young man. It was a black and white TV show. And,
What a weird thing to remember.
Yeah, and I remember they lived in New Rochelle. It was so bizarre that I guess that was like the place you wanted to live if you were a New York worker, like he was.
Speaking of movies and stuff, somebody posted this, and I was like, no way, this isn't true. And they said, something weird. The movie Tangled, which I don't know the movie Tangled.
Oh, is that the Disney movie?
Yeah, it's about Rapunzel, essentially.
Yeah.
Where the mom keeps her quarantined. And they say, Google the name of the kingdom that's in the movie Tangled. And if you Google the name of the kingdom, it's called the Kingdom of Corona.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? I bet, that is bizarre. The Corona's been around for a long time, that strain. If you look at any of your cans of Lysol or whatever.
I know, it has had it on there.
It's right on there. So I wonder if they did that intentionally, thinking that Corona's a virus, or if it was just a fun-sounding name.
Well, it was, the kingdom was very gold. A lot of the flowers were gold. She had blonde, golden hair, and Corona in Spanish means crown.
Oh.
So fun fact.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. Like there's a corona around somebody. That means like a golden halo almost.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, the Kingdom of Corona.
So then it had nothing to do with the virus.
Disney knew about it before we did.
Yeah. Okay. They weren't borrowing from Spanish at all. They weren't.
I thought that was funny, of all things.
Yeah. Right? And by the way, can we just be cool to each other and just, not be xenophobes and be nice? I've heard some people be stupid and call it the Chinese virus. And it's just like, why you got to be mean? Honestly, can we just be cool and just stay in our house and be nice to each other?
My favorite is reading people argue over it. And I say my favorite, I mean, it makes me just want to give myself paper cuts for the next hour, because it's just like watching people go in circles arguing over that term. And it's just like, how about just not use it?
Yeah, it's a negative term. It's not. I mean, how would you feel about it if all of a sudden the virus started with your family and they called it the Smith virus? And would you feel badly about it?
And I mean, maybe you're not the type of Nimrod that would go in and target somebody of that culture and try and fight them like some people have in the news. If you check,
yes, I mean, there's a lot of that going on.
So why heighten that? I mean, you might be someone that thinks, oh, that's dumb, that no one's going to do that, but people are.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
And anybody would fight over this, Steve, secretly wants to be a douche.
Oh yeah, it's just like now you have a reason. Like you're justifying your own douchey behavior.
Yeah, you're come on. We've heard that kind of argument.
Here we got the texters.
The texters already being douchey about it?
If you want to tell us how it's okay to say that, just leave me alone.
You understand you're being a douche, right? I just gave you the perfect example.
But the Spanish flu. Yeah. Looking back on it, they've even said that was a dumb term.
It was a dumb name. And that was how many years ago?
So, I mean, it doesn't justify continuing to have stupid terms for names.
You remember that
past mistakes don't mean you can continue to make the same mistakes.
Right, because back in those days with that flu, guess what? We were also doing horrible things to people in our own nation. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. We don't do that anymore. You know why? Because we realize that's not nice. See, we realize these things. So think about it. If your mother's name was Mary Smith, and they called it the Mary Smith flu, I think you'd be bothered by that if everybody kept saying the Mary Smith flu.
Text me a good point. Don't bring Ted's family into this.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
Well, Ted hasn't been at work.
Well, it's the Smith flu.
It is.
Yeah. He has to own up to it. It's again, there's no reason to be a douche. There's no good thing by basically calling something that's horrific, naming it after anybody or anything or any people. You understand that, right? It's just a negative connotation, which, by the way, doesn't mean that's what it is just because it started somewhere, or otherwise we could call you an a-hole because of the fact you're the one that started being an idiot about all this. So how about we call you the a-hole flu? You must have the a-hole flu because you're being an idiot. Because you can't be empathetic and realize it's better just to say nice things and not be detrimental.
Yeah, clearly there's some people that are currently suffering from the a-hole flu.
I would love to fight with those people. See, I need something to do with my energy.
Oh, you should text them back.
Oh, I'll text them back and fight with them because they're idiots.
Text line.
They can't. They obviously prove they got no brain in their head. They have no empathy circuits, and it's usually men. Usually it's men who have no empathy and compassion, and I remind them, this is why you'll never have a relationship with anybody. This is why your wife and girlfriend and parents and everybody hates
both
you.
Of them, the wife and the girlfriend.
Yeah, both of them hate you.
Do you hear that one dude, though, that was out in I can't remember where. It could have been Italy or something like that. He was having an affair, but then he got stuck there with his mistress.
Oh, he got quarantined.
Now, this is the Hallmark movie that I feel like we got to
see this.
I'll have to track down the story. The story was just no, you have got to be kidding me.
That guy is done.
Imagine that's how you find out that your guy is not being all that good.
Wow. And what if he really just didn't want to be around the mistress that long, and now he has to be around her all that time?
That's a good point, too.
There's so many great twists and turns with this story, Steve.
I couldn't believe that when I saw it. You got to be kidding.
Come on, Hallmark. This is the story we want. This is what we need. That's fantastic.
This is the story that we need.
This is the story we need.
This is my mistress. Her name is Corona.
Hey, good news.
What happened?
J-Rubs and Sarah were able to find me some toilet paper. I'm very excited. I was getting a little nervous because I did not get the toilet paper like everybody else did. So I literally okay, are we okay over here?
I know my wife had a hard time. She swung by Safeway to get some stuff, and there was nothing there. Thought it was cool, though. Some of the grocery stores It's Good For You. You should go between 7 and 9 a.m., I think. They're allowing the elderly and the pregnant people.
Yeah. I could qualify for both if you see me.
There you go. Really? I'm not cracking jokes, man. This is your chance to get in before anyone else.
I'm not too sure. I think I'm on the cusp. Sarah said you got to bring some ID, maybe. I think I might not be old enough to take advantage of it. But I'm old enough to get the virus. I'm old enough that people go, hey, look, you're going to be 60 this year, so you need to watch out. But I think if I walk in and try to pass myself off as they would go, you're not 65, get out of here. So I'm
you think?
Yeah, so it's wow, I can't get the toilet paper with the old people.
Well, just wait outside and offer an old guy an extra couple bucks to grab you some.
Jeez. I can't go to spring break. I can't get toilet paper with the old people.
You know what the weirdest thing that my wife has noticed the couple of times she has gone to the grocery store to just get groceries. The thing that she cannot find anywhere is tofu.
Tofu?
Yes.
Really?
Of all things. She's had the hardest time finding tofu.
Now, granted, tofu doesn't share as big of a shelf as all the other stuff. Maybe that's why?
I'm telling you, I think it's just all of you vegans are just completely losing their minds. I think it's the vegans that are taking all this toilet paper.
Oh, and the tofu.
Oh, clearly the tofu.
Or is that what you have to wipe your butt with if you can't have any toilet paper? Because some people think it tastes like...
No, that's Tempa. Tempa tastes like toilet paper.
All right, that's what it is.
the worst thing ever. There's plenty of that, apparently.
See, you and I disagree. I love Tempa.
Tempest,
I love
whatever it's called. It sucks.
Oh, it's so good. Ugh. Yeah, but you have to have it made right. My wife makes
call it the Tempa flu, and that'll at least keep people away from it.
Okay. No? Call it the Tempa flu, everybody.
Will that make everyone happy?
Yeah, that'll make
me happy. Arguing over stupid things?
Well, people have been going crazy, clearing out everything from frozen pizzas to mac and cheese. All the healthy food.
Yeah, the frozen foods have taken a hit. That's the one thing I noticed, too.
Well, and I have, luckily, the meals I like are not the popular meals, so I'm very, very happy about that. And so far I've been able to get them. I'm not going to name the brand that I like because I don't want anybody else to get them.
Oh, come on.
I'm not doing it.
Be a man and tell us.
There's not a lot of the brand that I like available, so I have to, but luckily I'm like...
KY.
The KY brand of food.
Yes.
It slides down like jelly.
Yuck.
Yeah. But let me ask a question, because I've got a list of all the stuff that people are buying.
Okay.
But this is interesting to me. There are foods that no one wanted. That's what I've got here. I'm going to give you the list of what people are leaving on the shelves.
Okay.
Which I can't believe, number one. But before we get to that, is it okay to touch fruit? Because I think people are insane.
I think if you touch it, you buy it.
Yeah, and they're not. I got this. So I'm a double bagger. You know the bag that you get? I then get another bag and pick up my fruit with it. I feel like that's
okay. Kind of like you're picking up poop outside.
Yes. I feel like, why aren't people doing that?
That's not a bad call.
Keep that bag with you for the entire trip to the produce department. You have one bag. That way, if you want to go look at the fruit and see what you want, what you don't want, at least there's something between your hand and the fruit. And I'm looking at these people and I'm just like, are you not paying attention? This is out there for everybody, which means that you got something. I'm not socially distant from you because I'm going to basically touch what you just touched. And it lives for a long time on stuff.
Well, this person's planning on washing their fruit. But some people, like orange, are you going to really, you're just going to peel it, so no one really thinks about washing the orange.
I don't care about the fruit they take for themselves. We're talking about the fruit that they leave because, I don't want this one. I don't want this one. But they touch everything.
No, I know, but I'm saying, though, someone went home. Some people had the assumption of, if I touch a big deal, you're going to wash it anyway. You're going to wash your hands. Some people are just being reckless.
Yeah.
They're reckless touchers.
I see what you hadn't even thought about that, Steve. It's a good point. Maybe they think, you'll just wash it. It's like, I don't know. What am I going to wash it with? Purell? I mean, what do you got to wash that stuff off?
I don't know, with water and soap, BJ.
Oh, and then I got to have like a soapy apple?
Well, I mean, the whole point is to make sure the soap's fully washed off.
Yeah, then rinse and dry.
Yeah,
wash.
I've never washed my fruit with soap.
I don't either. I'm just saying that you could if you wanted to.
Oh, is that? Well, I'm wondering if that's what they're recommending us to do. I hadn't even thought about that.
I don't know. Or just peel it. Like, just, take up the outer layer of your apple.
That's the best part of the apple.
Hey, look, man, these are sacrifices we have to make.
You're right.
Did you just say the skin was the best part of the apple?
Oh, yeah, it's so good.
What?
Well, I mean, it's with the apple. I wouldn't just have the skin by itself.
Okay, because I'm like, just skin an apple and eat the skin.
But it's like, it's like that crunch of it and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice.
Can't really argue on that one with you.
Yeah.
It's a good taste.
So, again, as I said, people are going crazy but they're still leaving stuff on the shelves. Frozen pizza with pineapple. Danny,
I saw some pictures
freak
of
show
that.
People. How are they leaving that on the shelf?
Because it is not good. You do not put pineapple on pizza.
Wow,
you know why, though?
Leave that for me, then.
I'm not getting a frozen pineapple pizza. And I like pineapple on my pizza, but it better be fresh pineapple.
To be honest with you, I didn't even know they made pineapple pizza frozen. So
that sounds stupid. Yeah.
Hold on a second. But again, if you're looking for food, I will take that in a heartbeat.
I think I'll just take the regular pizza. If I had, if I was,
it's not there. It's gone.
Well, desperate times, I'm going to give it a whirl, of course.
All right. How about the cauliflower or broccoli crust pizzas? Nobody's touching those.
No. I thought people liked those cauliflower crust pizzas.
No, they only like it if they think they're getting less carbs.
Yeah.
That's all they like it for. I love this in New England, especially a buddy of mine showed me a picture of this. People are leaving cans of Manhattan clam chowder soup because, of course, it's Manhattan, though. See, I thought it was because, you know what, New England only wants their New England-style clam chowder, which is the normal one we know. No, premium one.
Yeah, Manhattan's inferior.
It's trash.
Yeah.
I would still have it if it was the only thing left.
No, I'd rather just drink water.
Yeah, actually, I really would too.
Wow.
It's not good.
No.
Really?
Compared to New England, if there wasn't a New England, maybe it'd be more tolerable, but knowing that there's a way better version of this.
Yeah. I can appreciate it. I think New Englanders especially like, F this noise. We're not going to touch it because it's New York.
Seeing a lot of text messages, people are agreeing. Dude, I've had the hardest time finding tofu too. Another person says, yeah, my girlfriend, she's not having any luck finding it, but apparently Winco has some. And Costco, somebody got it in Linwood.
Oh, good. There you go.
Yeah, but good luck with those Costco lines.
Oh, yeah, the lines are, because again, you can have less than, 250 people, less than 50 people in the places. And
there's a line around it, man.
Costco's always busy anyway, so they're going to have to. I don't know the next time I'm going to go to a Costco. I know that as soon as I go, there's going to be a line, and I don't want to stand in line.
Oh, I've been dreading it. I need to go to get something, and it's just one thing, and I'm like, it's not worth. Like typically, I cringe going because I get anxiety in there anyway because it's like a jungle when you walk in there. It's
a jungle, baby.
I can't even imagine what it would be like right now.
Yeah.
With the lines.
Well, the lines are a jungle. I bet going in there itself is probably a breeze because they're not letting as many people in. Once you get in, it's probably awesome.
But then there's no samples.
Yeah, that's the other part. I'm not going. Sorry, Costco. Same thing. Trader Joe's shut down their samples. I'm like,
Can people just stay home so we can get our samples back?
Problem is that's not gonna. Don't forget, Danny. No hot tamale flavored Peeps. Those are out too.
No,
they had those.
No, they're not out. You can have as many as you want.
Hot tamale flavored Peeps.
Yeah, those are still on the shelves along with Baby Shark cereal. So
what's in Baby Shark cereal?
Baby Sharks.
Baby Sharks. I thought you knew. Yeah. And for some reason, Aquafina water. What's wrong with Aquafina water? Nobody wants that because everybody's taking water left and right.
I don't know.
Is it too expensive? I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea if there's like some kind of thing.
Unsalted potato chips still on the shelves if you want them.
Unsalted? How boring. I can't even imagine trying that.
Yeah.
Well, you take it home and put your own salt on it. You've won. I look at it like, good. Let me have these chips, everybody. I'll salt them up myself.
Yo.
Yeah?
Baby Shark cereal looks delicious.
And it's on the shelf.
It looks like it looks like Apple Jacks, but with different flavors.
You know,
not too close to me, bro.
I'm sorry. Social distance. Sorry, I was looking at the
little social distancing.
I put my apologies.
You know what probably is that parents don't want to buy it for their kids because their kids are just going to start singing the song the minute they see the box.
You might be right about that because it looks like a sort of like pastel Fruit Loops to me.
Yeah, it's berry-tastic too, or berry fin-tastic.
Oh, come on! If it's berry fantastic, how is that staying on the shelves? How about some gluten-free battered halibut? Would you like that? Those are on the shelves.
I mean, I'm not opposed to trying it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care if my gluten's free. I don't like paying for gluten anyway, so if it's free, I'll do it. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Yeah. That went over just like Jimmy Fallon's monologue on his porch.
That was a bad joke.
Thanks, Betty.
I appreciate it, though.
Yeah, there you go. You can save that for when Tatum can understand stuff. Yesterday, you'll do it.
No, I'm going to use it now so she can't remember me ever saying it.
Oh, as soon as the first gluten something comes by that Tatum has her eyes on, you're going to go, that's free. You can have it. It doesn't cost anything.
Someone said I went to a grocery store. They saw the salad bar up, and I'm like,
dude, I know
that.
I'm not going to say where I was. But I will say this, like on Mercer Island, New Seasons has shut down their salad bar and all that stuff. And yet I was at another place and I was like, their full salad bar is open. Are these people insane? I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was very, very shocked. I mean, unless they're washing all that stuff with soap and water, I don't know. I don't know.
They spray with the Purell Haze hand sprays.
Yeah. Oh. Yesterday, Steve, he got this one wrong.
Which river was dammed by the Hoover Dam?
Kwai.
No.
Yeah.
Columbia.
No.
Mississippi.
No.
Steve. It's the Colorado.
My bad.
Yeah. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. Just don't get too close to him. He's taking the social distancing thing very, very seriously.
Thank you.
206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 847 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. How long is a bankruptcy going to affect my credit rating?
Of course, most of the time, by the time we're talking about filing a bankruptcy, the credit has already taken a huge hit. Chapter 7 is going to affect it more negatively than Chapter 13. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years from the time you file. It usually takes 7 or 8 years for your credit scores to get back into the normal range in a Chapter 7 case. However, your credit will start to recover even in Chapter 7 after about a year. You'll be able to get credit again right away, usually before your case is even over. Chapter 13 stays on your credit report for 7 years and usually takes about 3.5 years for your credit to get back in the normal range. So Chapter 13 will mean your credit gets better much more rapidly.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
You can tell when your car battery's dying. But with your water heater, you'll never know until it starts leaking. Before you buy another tank, consider a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to heat or leak. Lower energy bills and endless hot water for spa-like comfort. All backed by Navien's strong warranty. If your water heater is over 8 years old, it's time to check out Navien at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on